Yeah, yeah. What's up, culture? What up, hip hop? We live at the House of Cannabis. You know, we here with the curator of the LandMark, event, the LandMark series, and we just, came by to, to check in, get some more insight, some more history on the event, and just let y'all know what's happening, in New York City. Today we have Kate Storch here, and she's the curator of this spectacular event. And we just want her to, to give y'all some background on some of the different, the art that's around, some of the vendors, and some of the people that she's been, introducing here at LandMark.
Well, thank you. LandMark exhibit is about honoring influential hip-hop locations. So it's just taking the background into the foreground, and for all the spaces that allowed it to grow and thrive, we honor those. That's why, Joe Conzo has been a constant in every one. This is the third one. Mm-hmm. And we're here in front of Andre Leroy Davis, who, for 10 years did Source Magazine. We all know him, everybody recognizes his artwork. He's also an educator. I mean, the man has a very impressive resume. He has his exclusive shaft in Times Square skate deck that we are lucky enough, there's only 100 that were done. And we have 50 of them. They've all been signed and numbered. And
how long you been doing this particular event?
So last year was the first year. We had an exhibit in January, and we had a festival in July for 2 days. And last year the exhibit was 2 weeks, and this one we actually just we got extended because it really did well. So it was supposed to be 1 month, and we're now past 2 months. So this will be the closing event, and it'll come down next week.
Okay. So it seems like it's a big cultural event. You have a lot of people.
It's really been dope.
Check in.
And that's why I think with the festival, what was dope is we were able to include all the elements, and that's why I wanted a bigger space. We had the first one in the gallery. Me and Joe Conzo, we was it's a hip hop cloud. It felt it was crazy how it felt. It was a whole experience. We did a big Fat Beats whole display from multiple artists, plus old video. And then for the festival, it was 2 days of we had painting outside, vendors, record vendors, breaking. We had this incredible B-Girl City is a kids organization based out in Houston. And they work with amazing talent. So we had Kid Break, who's on the Olympic team, was one of the judges. And so it was a dope 2 days, and I wanted to be able to include those things. So that's why led me here to THC, and we was able to have we have 3 rooms of art, then we expanded to a second floor of art. So it's been an incredible few months. We opened January 25th, it's April 7th, so it's been great.
So it seemed like you're really into hip hop.
Yeah.
You have a hip hop background. So talk about just your experience with the culture of hip hop. So you spoke about the different elements. Just
I
now.
think especially last year with the 50th and having to do different interviews. One thing I get, and working with artists like Danny Cortez, right?
Yeah.
New York culture, growing up in New York, it's inseparable from hip hop culture.
Okay.
In a lot of ways, especially depending on where you grow up. But for me, people always ask you what's your favorite song? What made you fall in love with hip hop? And I'm there was always hip hop for me. So I know a lot of my friends are just 10 years older than me, where they was there 70s, this, that. But for me, it's if you wasn't fucking with hip hop that, that's all I ever knew. You know what I mean? And that's what you always wanted to be about. And then, I think the more the older you get, you really get the power of it and the positive effects and stuff, and you see a lot of different things. So I always been doing the events for a decade, and it's always just about highlighting what it's actually about, because it's the most positive thing. And I've been able to do that where working with the different elements and showing certain people who just love the culture, and always including kids, and certain people who don't understand certain things about the culture, and showing them a good example of nah, this is really
the movement.
Yeah.
So I see today you got Shaheem the Rugged Child.
Yes.
He's involved with the event. How did that come about?
So when I was installing this show, so Pharoah Monch is in the show. This is his first art show. That was also an epic incredible thing. I've known him for a little while. I know he loves the arts. He did art and he went to school for art, but he was in this show. He did an installation and also a performance with it, which you can still hear. But it was incredible at the opening. Like it was like, it really was. So the day he's installing it, I'm like coming upstairs and I'm like waiting for the elevator. I'm like, rugged child, like that's definitely. And I'm like, what's he doing here? And they was going through it, and I started to talk with the people that he was going through. They were doing this event here, and again, this is like back in January. And so we just started building together. So I ended up bringing on Shaheem to perform on one of the weekends with Large Pro DJing, because I just wanted to create that. They, you know, they're both so musical. It was like, especially seeing like On and On, like that was like a special music moment, because you know, Large still DJ. He DJs a lot and he plays that a lot. So I saw his excitement, you know, and that was really beautiful. And Shaheem is like, yo, I am so impressed by him. So we had the event last Wednesday. It was amazing. He dropped a new song and video that's available on Click. And he's a really special person, not just as an artist, but just really intelligent and, you know, about doing, like he has his rugged road to recovery. Like everything he's about is positive. This event was like to celebrate his 30th, and he made it about like, let me do an independent artist showcase. Let me do everything about like other people like that. And, and
so good.
And you know, making sure it was about just giving back, but also smart, because it's like, you know, it's not about one man. This show, to me, the beautiful thing about LandMark is it's like the team, like a lot of these artists have been in each one, and like some of them, like even if they weren't in it, like TTK, like I did his solo show this year with a good friend of his, and when I was putting this show together, I was like, oh no, TTK is like the missing link, because each one has like a really special gift.
Yeah.
And I was like,
artist.
Yeah, and I know you're super familiar, and just, yo, I love working. I feel like I've known him forever. Like I really love Siobhan, love working with him. So, you know, just it's cool to be building with people who you feel like they appreciate the move, like come like a movement too, and it, you know, that's what you want to do is build with a team. We always stronger when we build together. You know, we have Large Pros, the musical director. Danny Cortez is a resident artist, but like Peter Pay's been in everyone, Bluster's been in everyone. Like it's like becoming like a family, you know?
Yeah.
Grand Wizard Theodore, everybody,
So it's definitely like a cultural affair. I just want to give you much love and respect for even like putting something like this together for hip hoppers around New York City, but also the tri-state area. And I know it's people that fly in as well. So it's definitely respectable, and it's something that the culture needs.
Thank
you know,
I
where
appreciate it.
You're including the music, the art, the breakdancing, you know, the fashion, and just, you know, having people come together in this fine environment and being able to network and socialize.
And
Definitely
I think
dope.
that's the beauty of like hip hop, especially because of all the elements. Like, you know, no matter what you're going through, once you're immersed in it, right? When you get that, it's like you forget everything, right? And you just, and once I see people, like that's like, I feel like a big part of me wanting to even do events, because I know like how music has affected me, you know what I mean? And how much it's helped me. And so you're like, all right, I know you got all these problems, but like watch how this works, that you like put on the right music with the right visuals, and like you really, even if you're in like pain, you're not thinking about it, you know? Like, and it's really powerful. And that's the thing about hip hop, because it does include all the elements, and
people from all
it is
walks
so
of life.
pure. Exactly,
Yeah.
you know, it's something special. It's just, it's so special. So it's to be able to even have any role in it is like a super honor. The people that I work with is like, I never get over it. Like, I can't believe like Grand Wizard Theodore and Joe Conzo even know my name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get over that. That's bigger to me than Jay or anyone else. Like, it's crazy to me. Like,
okay. I want to keep you that long, because I know you got stuff
sorry.
going
And I
on.
was like,
what's next for Kate Storch?
so I'm glad you asked that. We actually have been working with Bronx Brewery, who are like big, you know, big into the arts. And so I'm doing a LandMark artist series there. We did Peter Paid, and next up is Shiro. Okay. And so we have her own beer. The show is called Can I Kick It? Because, you know, a lot of can puns in there. And this shit is going to be really dope. We dropped the can design this week on Instagram. The opening is April 25th. It's at the Hudson Yards location. And I think it's going to be a really, really special opening. Like, we had such a dope vibe for the Peter Paid one. Large Pro is going to be DJing the opening. So April 25th, Hudson Yards.
All right, April
She
25th.
wrote.
Y'all look out for
She
that.
wrote.
Another classic event.
She wrote my hero.
Well, you know, y'all got some insight, y'all got some history on this ill event, you know, and what it entails and everything. Once again, Kate Storch, and we look forward to much more from you.
Thank you so
All right.
much. I really appreciate it.
Salute. Peace.